Okay, hello everybody. This is Maria Banga. I'm in Boya, and it wasn't really my intention to do a live video today, but you know, like every other day, I'm hearing about a rape case. Every other day, I'm hearing about a rape case. And in addition to the rape case, I observe people's reactions. Um, it's like there's a whole culture around this thing, and let me just take off this hearing aid or this. I don't think that anything is affecting my voice or stuff like that. Yes, I was talking about the rape culture, and what is this whole culture, and why it's not really like I'm getting baffled at it, and I'm just like, well, people should grow up now. People should grow up, and I think people are not growing up for several reasons. One can be people are insecure, one can be people are ignorant, one can be, well, um, the culture that victimizes victims all over again, the culture that tries to vilify speaking up, speaking out, for different reasons, right? Including the Bible or religion and stuff like that. The culture that makes it seem like because it happened and it happened long ago, well, that's okay, right? So move on. Like it's just so simple to move on. Uh, that's the culture. The culture that says, well, yeah, it happened, but don't talk about it. No, don't let anybody know. Well, what will people say? Oh, my career is on the lines or stuff like that. Or, my status, my marriage, all of those things. And sometimes I'm like, we just have to keep talking because somebody can listen today and another person listens tomorrow, or somebody shares and somebody listens. I want to believe that the more we talk, the more impact is created, the more people talk. Daphne spoke up yesterday. I read it yesterday, and I shared, but I didn't just want to go live and start commenting on it, because for somebody to do that, it's like they're freeing themselves up and they're on their healing journey. So, well, let her do her thing. And but because of the reactions I saw today, I was like, oh, okay, well, this is a high profile one, so you're also going to take what is it, going to uh steal into that limelight. Let me talk like that. I define celebrity status. So you're going to steal into that limelight and then talk again some more. Look, I came to Boya this morning. I saw a 1 year 10 month old child who has been raped for 2 months by her grandfather. Look, I'm tired of just coming live and crying. I saw this child. I took a picture of this. I saw the child. So it's not like somebody is telling me a story. I saw this child. Um, the child's eye, the look has gone from that child. The look that children have. This child doesn't have that look again. It's a 1 year, 10-year-old child. So when somebody made a comment today, I just saw the thing that, oh, when you dress anyhow or you put your body out there, how will people not force you to take it, or some kind of thing? I was like, I don't even know how to start responding to that fellow, but, or is it a child or who? But I just went and blocked them very fast so they don't even stray around some things trigger. And I remember what we went through with Judy from 2019 to early 2020. 1 year with this child, 4 operations, 1 year, 3-year-old child. I remember what we went through with this child. So for somebody to talk about clothes, I'm like, so did that 3-year-old child, what did that child wear? What did that 3-year-old child wear? What did this less than 2-year-old child wear? What did the 8-year-old child that this grandfather also raped wear? Because he was taken to the police for having raped this 8-year-old child. The neighbors denounced him, and he went with his granddaughter, and the neighbor said, but you cannot go to sleep in the cell with your grandchild. Let me take the child. Only for her to take the child, wants to clean up the child, and then the child is crying. And terrible things are happening out here. I don't want to talk about that I don't know whether it's a clown or it's a whatsoever in Douala there. who has taken five children like that to stay with them, bring them up, and is there fooling around and doing terrible things to people's children. Sometimes I don't even know how to start crying. So when somebody comes up to talk about their experience, we should be happy, we should clap, we should be compassionate, we should be. Why would somebody say they have been raped if they have not been raped? And somebody like Daphne, for that matter, even me, why would I say that? If I could just wipe that off from my head, I will wipe it off. I won't talk about it. But it's not something you can wipe off. Look at Daphne told you how she could not wipe it off, right? And she has not been able to wipe it up until now. She's taking the steps to shave all her head and wipe and do what she can do, work in progress. So rape is not something that just stops immediately they finish, they wash you up, they sew you up, for example, or whatever, gone. No. A whole lifetime. I mean, I've heard an 80-year-old woman talk about how she was raped when she was 7. I've heard a 60-year-old woman. What have I not heard now? What have I myself not been through? So this whole culture of thinking, oh no, it's okay, no, let's pray, we want to healing. Healing for me is not just that laying of hands and saying, receive, you are healed. Nah. It doesn't work that way. Especially from traumatic things like rape. Nah. Nobody can put hands on you and tell you are healed and then you are healed. What? Even ECG, electrosive convulsive therapy, will not take it off from you. I know one girl in the US who was raped by her stepfather. They did all kinds of things. Nothing. Everything else will go. That one will not go. Look, bad things or things that hurt, they don't go like that. That is why when somebody dies, somebody close to you like your parent, donkey years, that thing is not going. But if it's a new baby born, but that's joyful now. Celebration, go. But the shock. And if you don't know, a rape is a violation. That is why people use it as weapons during conflicts. Because they don't want to only violate the woman, they want to violate the community, the spirit. That's what they want to violate. So another person, another girl, I even hear that girl is an actress in this same boya. I'm like, I don't even want to know those kind of people. She just commented, like, she wrote a post and said, somebody said they had slept with that girl. I'm like, and so what even? And so what? Even if she said for 10 years she had not had it, she did not say she had not had a relationship, she had not had a sexual. And do you know whether they slept on the same bed but they could not do something? What kind of rubbish is that from another woman? A young girl like that, for that matter. This whole, whether it's bling bling fame and whatsoever thing, it's just taking some people away from their humanness. And she wrote it like it was a joke. I think it was even in pidgin. When I'm not being at this one way, this one say what, I'm like, oh my goodness. Are you supposed to be supporting your sister at this time, or you are happy for what happened to her? Or you are jealous that she has said it and maybe it will make her a star, more star than she already is? It hurts. And a woman, it's like it just takes our walk back to 10 years ago. One step in front, 3 steps back. Help us to help you now. Speak up. If it has already happened to you, speak up. If you know the fellow, denounce him. By the time I crack that fellow in Douala, look, I have his picture. It will be all over social media. I'm a lawyer and I'm ready. We'll go to court. Do I have a problem with going to court? I don't. I really want that kind of case even. That will make me to be very high profile like that. So that particular fellow, he and I don't care about juju. I'm not afraid of juju. So if he cares, he goes to the village, does whatever he wants to do, then nada. Because everybody will go. Don't go and rape people's children. Forcing yourself for what? The worst one, I don't even know what I should call it was, but you're a married man, you have a wife at home. You cannot work, you cannot have all what you want from your wife. You can't be molesting small children like that. Whoever raped Daphne, that person is such a coward. And anybody who comes to justify such things, they say if you dress anyhow. That's why me I dress anyhow. That's why I dress anyhow. Because I have seen children who cannot even choose what they will wear. I have seen them raped, torn from up to down. Did they dress anyhow? So why would a big person wear anything and you say that you are dressing provocatively? Pluck the eyes off and throw them away. Look the other way. Move out. We are so steeped into this our culture of trying to be so correct, trying to be so whether it's holy, trying to be so. Look, I'm covering all up like this because of cold. It's not because people who know me know that. Do I care? I don't. We should stop trying to put people in some boxes, suppress people, and even when they manage to come up and talk, you come up with all kinds of stories. Okay, if it happened 10 years ago, why are you talking about it now? Blah, 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 blah. Do you know how much time it takes to heal from any trauma? Do you know? Now, toxic relationships. If you have a friend that, if I even know you, and you say the kind of thing that girl said or that boy said, not even to me, but I just see it, I'm cutting you off. Because that already shows me that you are a toxic friend. You are a bad belly friend, as they say in Pidgin. I will not wait for you to come and have that kind of attitude next to me. Because if you can have that to another human being, then who am I? That is why you say, you see some people, they say, I don't be feel mad, you say my friend be feel treat me so. Well, you've been friends with somebody, you've seen them treat other people anyhow. You think now what? When you get to you and you'll be her interest, they're going to treat you anyhow. So you have to be very careful. I will not blame some people who don't even, like me myself. Look, if our spirits don't connect, forget about it. There's nothing there like my friend, my best friend. No. For me, it's spirit level respect, self-respect, self-care, self-love, all of those kind of things. If anyone comes down to talking about somebody, saying, oh, this person did this, no, that's not for me. I don't have that time at all. And I'm peaceful like this. Maybe it's high time we all evaluate those, whether it's friendships or what we call. Because maybe this girl who wrote that thing, she had been dancing with this other girl or trailing behind her and, doing whatever thing they do around the place. For her to come and write that kind of thing. Grandson, see, if it was not for you one time, I would have stopped me some of this kind of work because I really like, oh God, when he calls you, he has called you. No. There's another thing I want to talk about. This thing of just, I don't know, getting into relationships for the sake of getting into relationships and getting pregnant. I don't know. I don't still understand because I maybe I can say, well, it happened to me too when I was 24. But getting pregnant doesn't mean you must marry that man or be with that person. You should be able to, move on. Somebody was saying in a group that, it's difficult to move on because, especially when you don't have nothing doing, you don't have no source of income, the excuses can never lack. But if you really want to move on, there is help available. And moving on doesn't necessarily mean leaving that marriage if you're already married. But it means empowering yourself, being able to take care of yourself now without being like, if not, the abuse will continue. It's not because marital rape is not recognized in Cameroon that it's not rape. It's rape. You will stay in there. The man would do whatever he wants to do with you. After all, you have no option. You are completely dependent on him. He can talk to you anyhow. He can treat you anyhow. He can have sex with you anyhow, anytime, anyhow. All of that make you become, I don't know what, to the point where you become suicidal. When it occurred to me that I had a way out, and I didn't even know who I could reach out to for support, like people can even reach out to me today, reach out to my grandson and all of that. If I knew such people, I'd have been out long ago, but I didn't know. And why did I not know? I wasn't as exposed. Today, social media was not as I don't know what, as trendy back then. When was that? 2009, 2005? No. Today you have all of this. You have all this YouTube and all of those things. So it's not like you don't know, or you don't want, unless you don't want to know. Because if you can reach out to me on Messenger, for example, or WhatsApp, then it means that you can also reach out. You can take things seriously. You can follow some talks. You can, but don't just reach out and say, I'm so desperate, please can you send me some money. To do what? And do I have a tree of money somewhere? And then when I give you, or at least I just share my own, what I think about the situation, my own perspective. Oh no, you cut off my perspective. No, I want to spoil your marriage, I want to spoil your relationship, only to come back to me 3 months later. To do what? To do what? Don't rush. Even if you are 30, 35, don't rush. Is it be everybody? Those who are Bible champions, what does the Bible say about it? What did Paul say? Is it everybody that will get married? Marriage is a badge of honor. My sisters here who are married, because it looks like marriage is only honorable to women. Is it that marriage that is making you the powerful and empowered woman you are, or you walk to your own self? I have a sister here, she has a lounge and stuff like that. I know the kind of work you put into those things, because my mother once had a smaller thing like that. I was there. You work morning, night, round the clock, la 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 la. Why not just sit down and say, oh, the man has money, I'll wait for his money? Why are you doing something for yourself? And then they will see that, and then they will want to just stay and wait. The boy, he's a bush faller, so he can send you $100 after 6 months. And in addition, he insults you. Then when he comes anytime, tossing you around the whole place, tearing you up, and then you smile and then wear all of those things and then take picture, lashes, everything. Who are you deceiving? Well, I said, let me just come online, These 2 reactions in particular. One from a girl saying, is it not the person that this person said they have slept with? Like, or this person alleged to, and then even, were you there in the room? Did you see? Because somebody can say anything now. I mean, I can tell you that I've slept with whoever, any name. I can call any name and say I've slept with that person. Maybe you believe me and think, Mark cannot lie. I can lie. If I really wanted to, I could frame anybody and say I've slept with who. Call any of those names, or anybody can say that I've slept with me. So you need to be in there. I don't know, to fix what I could not fix 3 months ago. Well, what I said 3 months ago did not matter. It wasn't pleasant to their ear. Let me say it here, women listen. I told somebody 3 months ago, this situation doesn't look good. What is your exit plan? I don't want to go anywhere. Okay, now the man has exited. That means that he had an exit plan. He was working on his exit plan, and you were sitting there attending night vigils. Don't call me to pray for you. Me, I don't do me chain prayer. I don't know me how to pray for people. Seriously, I just talk. But people should be able to pray for themselves, or go to all of those prophets and all of those people there. They're not me. Another big one that hides all of these rubbish things is church. Anyway, people who go there is their own. I have been hearing things on YouTube everywhere about the type of rape and sexual promiscuity and all of that going on in churches. We've seen some stories there. I also know one client who was dealt with by a man of God, and I'm like, how did Jesus call them? Brood of vipers or something like that. No. No way. It's terrible, and all of that makes up that rape culture. All of that. You think that the ones who wear cassock, long clothes, they're not rape? There is a priest from the Anglican Church. She is currently doing a hunger strike in front of their Archbishop's house in South Africa. She had been raped 20 years ago. That case kept going in, going and going out. She has lost everything. She's homeless. I don't know. Type some of those things. Begin to watch them. A priest from the Anglican Church. She was raped by another whether it's bishop in their church. It's not like she was wearing a short skirt and all of those things. Priest, no. And they want to silence her. They want to kill her. They want to take her out. Nobody should know. Go and watch those things. All the kind of rubbish all those people are doing, sleeping with everybody in the church, raping them, all of that. Some is for rituals. So whether you are wearing long or you are wearing short, it is they are the ones who have that spirit in there. So instead of denouncing them, even talking about it, so that another person doesn't even fall into their prayer or their chapel or whatsoever. You say, touch not my anointed. The Bible says. Family will say, no talk. The person will be bleeding in their heart like that before you want to hear somebody has committed suicide. Because you keep seeing how you are defied. You keep seeing it. And then you start being scared of people. I was once scared of. I can be your friend, that we can be together. Kids, do all things. No. Time for bed. Not me. So I can relate. No, but people who have never had that kind of experience, or who have had and are pretending, they will be the first to want to throw stones. So grandson, thank you so much for that hashtag and for all what you are doing. I mean, sometimes we really need to work together, because sometimes you need the energy of other people. We need to share energy. We need to share energy. I went and saw oh my goodness, one woman I've just admired for, like Dr. Mrs. Titanje. I went there this morning. Just being there was enough for me. I didn't need to talk too much. Just being there was enough for me. And then I had some nice lunch with another younger sister, but I could connect with her. That's fine for me. No, but go and begin to hang around and begin to hear things about people, or be tempted to write who has done what. Too much crap going on in this world. And when people come out with their pain, instead of supporting them, we make those kind of comments. Until a small boy like that boy, I did not even want to waste my time to check him out a lot, but I mean, that's a kid writing whatever he's writing, and they say, but he's not in support of rape. He was born of a woman. That is why I think men are the men who don't join this cause. No, there's something. Because every man is born of a woman. Imagine if your mother was raped. Imagine if your mother was raped. What would you do? That is it. Imagine if your mother was raped. What would you do? Imagine you have a daughter and that daughter is raped. What will you do? Or you wait until it is your daughter before you pick a gun, or you start writing on social media. Everybody should join this campaign. The Network for Solidarity, Hope and Empowerment, they are starting theirs. It starts with me. Me, I'm just talking all the time. There are many. There's another. I have to go and meet her in Limbe one of these days. Know what she's doing. Get close to her. If we put arms together, look, it must not be under Maria Banga. Should not be the one to champion the thing. When we try to put this synergy together against rape last year, it became a kind of fight whether who is doing what, whose logo is where, up, down. I'm like, okay, please, somebody should take this thing up and then take the thing. Seriously, I'm not looking for what fame, what position, what am I looking for in that thing now? So if somebody else can take this thing, let them do the fighting there themselves, but let us be serious to work. Like 5, 8 organizations, 10 organizations, we will shake social affairs. But if it's just one, just two, we write, they put the thing there, what happens? But if we come together as a synod, that's what's happening in South Africa. That's what's happening in other places. So why can it not happen with us? We are envying word from each other when we are going to die and leave all of these things. We should be able to really have a synergy of community leaders, like 8, 10 people, 15 people, 20 people. And then that if there's this thing in Boya, I can just call this person. I don't need to leave from Dollar to come to Boya and come and see something here in Boya. Why not? We should be able to do that. If it's in Kumba, I can call this person. If it's in Bamenda, I can call. If it is this. Right now, I don't know. Just discovering 1, 2, 3 people. I don't. But for the time being, I'm like, okay, well, Let me work with the 1, 2, 3 people I know and I can trust until we get more serious. So that's what I wanted to share. All of this thought, sometimes you sit, you think about it, and you're like, no, 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 I can use my platform, I can talk. I'm not going to stay silent. I'm not just going to be writing and sharing posts. I can talk. So I said, let me come online and do some talking. And I'm like, there's too much going on now. Let's be rethinking and rethinking and rethinking, and not just be carried away to just whatever we are doing. And for those people, those men in particular, I'm after men. Some people like say, hey, but men are also raped. Yeah, fine. Somebody else champion for the men who are being raped, sometimes even by men. All those little boys who were raped in the Catholic Church, was it not by priests? You say boys are being raped? Of course, they're being raped. Majority by who? How many women rape men, or how many women rape boys? Ish. What is this whole thing now? So if anybody knows that they are thinking of raping somebody, or they have raped somebody, especially in that Douala where I am there like that, small children, if you see me coming, please change your direction. If you see me even on Facebook anywhere, don't make me to notice you, because I cannot have sleepless nights crying, thinking about the situation, and then I know the person responsible for that situation and I let that person go. I think that now like this, it has to become much more personal than it was before. Pure rubbish. Okay, well, let me go now. Thank God now. Today is what? Tuesday. I don't know. I hope you have been having a terrific Tuesday. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you, Mira. Thank you. Yeah, we will continue. We cannot stop. We have to keep fighting. Like my girl was telling me, we have to keep fighting, and we will keep fighting. Yeah. God, bye bye, everybody.